Hey guys, today I wanted to film a review for you and a first impressions and my trial of the new Kat Von D Shade+Light Cream Contour Kit. Now, if you guys have been following me for any length of time, you know that I am not a fan of cream contour. Sometimes I can get it to work. A lot of times I'm just not, it's just not my thing. I would love to love it, but honestly, for me personally, I just feel like it's one more frustrating step in the makeup process that I don't need. I can get it done real quickly with powder. I just feel like a cream product is just kind of heavy and cakey, but I'm hoping this changes my mind and makes me a believer today. I did purchase this myself. I went on the Sephora app and I actually asked you guys on Twitter and I said, hey, what are some new products you guys want me to try? And the overall consensus was a couple of different things, and this was one of them. A lot of you wanted to see what my thoughts were on the Kat Von D Shade+Light Contour Kit, and I am excited to give it a go, so let's whip it out. So first off, I can say the packaging is far nicer than the original Shade+Light palette that is the powder. They may have changed it since then, but for me, mine is the flat cardboard. This feels much sturdier, much nicer. I'm just gonna... This is what the product looks like here. As you can see, you've got the 3 different contour shades on the bottom. Looks very similar to the Shade+Light palette, which I will compare side by side in a moment. You've got your most fair here, you've got your medium shades here, and then your deeper here. I think that this does not go deep enough. There absolutely needs to be at least 2 of these palettes. This could be the fair to medium, and then there needs to be a deep palette as well. This is not deep enough to contour on anyone with a deep skin tone. I will do a side by side of my original Shade+Light palettes. Here is the Shade+Light regular palette. Here's the new one. As you can see, this is just a 100 times better. It just looks so much nicer. I think it goes without saying which one is the powder product. You can turn there and see that the products are relatively similar in color, but definitely a bit deeper in the cream contour kit. Obviously, my contour kit is well loved, especially the shade on the bottom. That's probably my better contour shade, although it does pull pink on me, but I think that's just the neutrality in the tone. Usually a cool toned contour will pull pink on my skin, so I'm actually kind of excited for this to see if this does not pull pink on me. I absolutely love Kat Von D powders. I think that their powders are so beautiful. They blend beautifully into the skin. I really love that the way the contour works on my skin, except for pulling towards the pink tone. Sometimes when I put that contour on, it almost looks like I'm contouring with blush. That's how pink it goes on me. I'm going to try it with a brush. I'm also going to try it with a beauty blender, and I may toss the Clarisonic on top just to see how that blends out if the other 2 don't work well. I am going to do a demo and give you my first impressions and thoughts. I will do a check-in at the end of the day to show how this product wears, if it starts looking cakey, if it looks like shit, if it looks awesome as hell. Today's in the 70s outside, so it's definitely warm, so it's a really good comparison day. Right now I am wearing foundation. I am wearing a layer of the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. That's all. I don't have any concealer on underneath my eyes, and then I just have some bronzer on my eyelid. I will also compare this to a couple of other cream contour kits to talk to you about the price, whether or not the amount is worth it, ingredients, the brand, etc. So let's go. First, I'm going to do some swatches. So I'm going to start with the top shade, which is the shade Parchment. Creamy, not incredibly amazing coverage, but not bad. We're gonna go with that yellow shade here, which is the color Banana. Then the shade Bisque. This is the contour shade Spice, Woodland, and Chestnut. Honestly, those look all so similar to me that I think they could have gone much deeper. To me, it just looks like these are nice and differing, but these literally all look almost exactly the same to me. Maybe that's just me, but I'll zoom you guys in. It's interesting too, where I dig my finger in, it looks as to be a different color in that area. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it looks as though it becomes cooler in the middle. It almost looks as though it oxidizes or has somewhat of an overspray over the top, because you can see each little dip of my finger looks a lot more gray. They almost look all identical. This third one does look darker, but not on my arm. We'll give it a shot. And I'm first gonna go in with this shade here, which is Spice. This is the shade in the powder product that in that same area works for my contour. For this, I'm gonna go in with the Furless Cosmetics CB3 brush. If you're a fan of Kat Von D makeup, Kat Von D is totally a cruelty-free brand, and if you want to continue that with your brushes, Furless Cosmetics is amazing. They don't use any animal hairs in their product. They're totally synthetic brushes, incredibly soft, densely packed, and I really love them. And they're just an awesome brand, and everything they stand for is so cool. If you guys were looking for good brushes to use, these ones are good. I'm gonna go in with that first shade, and I'm gonna lay it down first, I think, with my finger in the contours. I'm gonna do half and half on my face because I'm gonna do them completely differently. I'm gonna do one side of my face with a brush, the other side with a beauty blender, and I might go in with the Clarisonic, we'll see. This looks like it's gonna be a decent shade tone for me. I would say I have light skin, not completely fair, usually in a light tone. All right, and then I'm gonna dip my brush a little bit and I'm going to try to blend that out. I'm doing my best, being very gentle with the product. And for me, I feel like the color is okay. It's sort of light for my skin tone, but if you're looking for a very gentle contour, I feel like that color is fine. The only thing is that I feel like it looks muddy. Now, I don't know if that's the color, if it's the formula or what, but I feel like it just looks very muddy, especially up close. I'm gonna give the other side a shot with that same color, but then I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Blender and see if that blends a little better. For this side of my face, I feel like it's almost hard to tell if I did anything. Maybe I need to go in with one shade deeper. I think I'm gonna take that middle shade and I'm gonna just kind of put it up on the high areas. Be very gentle with it. For me, I think it's translating better on camera than it is in real life. It's not cute. I'm gonna take a little bit more up here. I'm going in very sparingly too. I'm not using too much product, just a tiny dip with my finger. I mean, I feel like it looks okay, and it definitely does give me a little sink of my cheekbones in right there. But again, I wish you could see it in person because it looks like a different product in person. Do I look skinnier on that side of my face? No contour. Contour. I haven't done the highlight yet, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see. No judgment yet. So I'm gonna go with those same colors and I'm gonna place them on the other side of my face, same area. And I'm gonna take this Beauty Blender, which is actually the Real Techniques sponge. I'm gonna see how it blends with this. Hard for me to tell. This side's definitely muddier. You can see it just blends too far down. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that color and I'm gonna actually put it on the Beauty Blender and I'm gonna kind of blend it in that way to see. So if you guys have not watched my video from back in the day, I did a review on the Clarisonic foundation brush, and basically this thing is really good for blending out cream contour and highlight. For me, I really don't like doing cream contour and highlight because it gives me this issue here. I wouldn't have this issue if this were powder. It doesn't look like shit on camera, but in person it just looks... It's not bad, but we're gonna give it a shot with the highlights. So I'm gonna take some of these shades here. I think I'm gonna go in with this one. This one's a little peachy pink for me. I might mix the two shades and see how that works. I'm just sort of dotting it underneath my eyes. I'm trying to do this in place of concealer because I feel like if you have these products, that would be the way you'd want to use them. All right, now I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush. Oh, it's so tickly. Oh, let me sneeze. Oh my God. Almost unbearable on my nose. There's definitely an issue with studio lighting and video because what you see right now is not what I see in person. I'm going to try to get you up close and personal as best I can to show you how this looks just upon application with the Clarisonic. Now, this applies my cream contour and highlight better than other products, so this is the best application I'm likely going to get with it. One thing I do note about this product so far, I mean, my nose looked like literal shit. The longer it sits on your skin, the better it starts to look. Like right when I applied this, I was like, nope, horrifying, ugly, gross. Now that it's sat here for a second, warmed up to my skin, I feel like it's melting in a little bit more. So that's a good thing. Here's what this cheek looks like. It doesn't look terrible. So I think I want to dip the Clarisonic directly into the product. I think I'm going to go in with this middle shade here and go to town. Honestly, this Clarisonic just works so good for cream products. Chisel out this shit. I did the brush on that side and I did the Beauty Blender and I showed you what that looked like. Then I used the Clarisonic all over the face just so that I can give it the best shot. I don't want to immediately go into this, fuck it up, and then be like, why doesn't it work? It's like, well, bitch, you fucking didn't give it a shot. So I'm going to set underneath my eyes with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I'm going to not set my face so we can see how the product wears in different areas of my face. I'm setting under my eyes because I do that every single day. I usually set my whole face, but I want to test the product out in different areas to see what setting it versus not setting it is like. All right, so I'm gonna look at my face real quick. You know, to be honest, it doesn't look that bad. Now, cream contour to me feels a little heavy. This doesn't feel oddly that heavy. I'm used to it feeling worse than this, honestly, so I'm pretty impressed with the way that this feels so far. I don't think that it's bad in any way. I don't think the coverage is incredible, but honestly, if you're going for like a soft, natural look, I think this does look very nice. Now, a thing to remember is that I did struggle with a brush. I think a Beauty Blender was a little easier to blend this with than a brush. For me, the best was the Clarisonic foundation brush. Should you have to buy that in order to make cream contour work? No. You guys know that's silly. If you already have a Clarisonic, if you want to get the foundation brush head, it does make it easier to blend. It's just really good for cream contour and highlight. I have not tested this enough. You know, this is a first impression. For a cream contour and highlight, I like it better than I thought I would. It is starting to settle already into this fine line in my forehead. I've got one little bitch up here that just likes to be a little fucker. But other than that, I actually think that I look nice and chiseled. So I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to wear this for the rest of the evening and I'm going to go to my dad's house. We're gonna have dinner. It's hot as the devil's dick outside. Right now it is 4:13 in the afternoon. I know it's really late. It looks okay. I'm gonna zoom you guys in, show you a very close up footage of my face with the product on so you guys can see, and then we can compare later how it looks. This palette retails for $49, which is a hefty price tag, especially for a little bit of contour and highlight. So I'm gonna compare this to the ABH Cream Contour Kit because I feel like that's what's best gonna be compared to on the market anyway. So the Kat Von D Shade+Light Cream Contour Kit has 3 highlight shades in it, and they are 0.12 ounces per pan. For the contour shades, which there are also 3 of, they are 0.21 ounces per pan. So you do get more of the contour shades than you do of the highlight in the Kat Von D Shade+Light Contour Palette. I think that that's actually pretty cool because usually you're going to use more of the contour shade than you would of the highlight anyway. I tend to run out of the contour side a lot faster than I do the highlight, so that's one thing to keep in mind. You do get more product in each of the contour pans. It is $49 for this palette. In total, you get 0.99 ounces of product. That includes the highlight and the contour shades all together. Cruelty-free, vegan, refillable pans, and it claims a 24-hour wear. There's also no parabens in here. For the ABH Cream Contour Palette, it says it is formulated without parabens, sulfates, and phthalates. It comes in 4 different sets of skin tones. So it comes in a light, fair, medium, and deep, which is a lot more inclusive than Kat Von D. If there's a shade range expansion, who knows, but so far, I don't think so. And if that's the case, I don't think it goes deep enough. But I think it's nice that ABH really covers the spectrum there. It looks like there's a lot of choices as far as skin tone goes. ABH is also vegan and cruelty-free. It is $40 for the kit, and each of the colors, they're all exactly the same, contour and highlight, are 0.16 ounces per pan. So that is 0.96 ounces in the entire product. That makes them relatively similar, and in my opinion, the ABH Cream Contour Kit is a better deal given that there is a lot more of a wide variety of skin tones that it can be used on. I'm not going to go through the math and figure it out per ounce because let's be frank, I failed math in high school, and for some odd reason, I can't figure that shit out to save my life. Why do I suck so bad? I would say that's the main kit that I should compare this to. There are obviously contour sticks and highlight sticks. I don't know if that's necessary right now. I'm trying to compare it to other cruelty-free vegan brands, especially because Kat Von D's majority audience really is a ride or die hard for her brand because she is vegan and cruelty-free. And I think that if I compare it to another brand that doesn't really fit that same category, it's kind of a moot point. So I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup, do a couple of more different reviews, and I will be back in a few hours to check in and show you how this makeup wears. I am not going to be testing that 24-hour claim because let's be real, I'm not gonna sleep in this makeup. I feel already so sweaty and so grimy. So I will be back in about 6 or so hours to show you guys how this wears and if I think it's even worth it. Okay, it is now 9:57, so essentially 10 p.m. I'm gonna look at my face and see how the cream contour and highlight held up. So you can see there was a bit removed here. I did eat, but then I got food all over my face because I was eating corn on the cob. As of right now, it just looks really dry and chunky, and my under eyes especially look really shitty. This just looks pretty muddy. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in. See my under eyes. See how it's a little patchy? Just really patchy. All in all, it's really tough because this is a first impression and maybe this product doesn't work well with this foundation. The thing is for me that I've been wearing it for 5 or 6 hours and it already looks pretty bad. My regular foundation would not be looking this bad by now. I wear the same foundation every single day usually. Lately, I've been wearing the Vitalist Healthy Elixir foundation. I've been setting it with the Laura Mercier. It doesn't look good. I'm very patchy, as you can tell, especially around this area. Very patchy here, and this little area right here just looks like shit, to be frank. I don't know if it is the product itself or again, it's meshing wrong with the other products that I've worn, but for me, it is a pass. I will probably be returning it because it's just honestly it's not gonna get used here. It's just gonna sit in my bin being unused, and to me, it's just such a waste of product. But that's truly the true mark of it. Am I gonna keep it? No. I get a better outcome with powder products, and all I want to do right now is wash my face. That's never good. When at the end of your day, even it's only been 5 or 6 hours, I feel like this has been on for 14 hours. I feel like this is what my foundation would look like after a really, really, really long day. And so far, I've only been wearing this for a few hours. My face should look far better than this. I was in the most favorable of conditions and still very oily. So for me, it is a pass. Here's my thing. If you love cream contouring and highlighting, you may love this product. For me personally, it's like giving somebody who hates watermelon a test to see which watermelon slice is their favorite. They don't like it. They're not gonna like it anyway. There may be one that tastes better to them, but still they don't like it. And that is me with cream contouring and highlighting. It's just not my thing, and I don't think it ever will be. There's that. But I hope you guys liked this video and I hope it was somewhat helpful for you. If you guys did like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I put out new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, you can follow me on all my other social media stuff. Everything is RawBeautyKristi, same way it's spelled here. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you at my next video. Bye! So they give you this little hunk of plastic that I'm just gonna... hello? Does that not come off? Google Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Cream Palette.
Searching Google for Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Cream Palette.
Kat Von D. I don't like typing, so I use Siri for everything. Ounces, grams, BRB, ounces.
Hey guys, let me guys know. RawBeautyKristi here.
Good luck shutting that door.
Hey, RawBeautyKristi here. Just want to say, watch my video, like, thumbs up.
Are you just gonna leave that open?
Yeah.
That makes it awkward for me.
You say good luck shutting it, so I just thought I should shut it.
Just slam it.
I'm telling you what to do. You know my real dad.
I am.